What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here for episode 5 of the Unpopular Opinions. It has been a long haul, these unpopular opinions.
Keep them coming, guys.
Yeah, keep them coming. And the first one is a very interesting one. It is about the Champions League, and it is from Geolicious COYS.
Geolicious.
Yeah, well, a great name, by the way, great name. And he says, and I definitely agree with this, it is, we would have won the Champions League final had we played in that green kit.
100%. I can't even deny that. Of course we would have. We had the luck against City and Ajax. Like, why the hell we chose playing that white kit? 100% agree with
imagine if we would have played in the light blue kit, even though we didn't have one last season.
I couldn't have got much worse than giving a penalty away in 20 seconds, to be honest.
True.
Probably would have been 10 seconds instead of 20 if we would have played that light blue kit. Thank God we didn't have one last season.
If it was in the light blue kit, he would have got sent off as well.
Yeah, probably an own goal, sent off, everything. But I think, get that green kit for sure. Definitely wouldn't have given away.
Let's hope the green kit this season will bring us as much luck as that one. Next, move on. Another one from David Walliams, if you remember him from episode 4, and he said,
Spurs fan, apparently.
Yeah, he left us so many. There's even another one later in this episode from him. He says, offer Aston Villa Harry Winks for Tyrone Mings.
Harry Winks for Tyrone Mings. How highly do you rate Tyrone Mings? Are you serious? No chance.
I think Tyrone Mings is a good player, but I wouldn't swap him for Harry Winks.
Tyrone Mings got found out, I think, over the season. I think he had a good start to the season, but I don't know if I rate him that highly anymore. I saw a few clips of him. Roy Keane was going in on him for like turning his back when a shot was coming in. You know, the relegation battle.
Roy Keane goes in on everyone, though.
Yeah, I know, but I think he had a point against for Tyrone Mings. I think they were in a relegation battle, and he's not putting his all in the team. I think that said a lot about him. I think he's got potential. He's got the right attributes, but I think his mentality maybe is a bit lacking. And maybe I definitely wouldn't coach him into a better defender. I wouldn't swap for Harry Winks. You're insane. Harry Winks is like a £50 million player.
Is he?
Of course he is.
Wow.
He's English, centre mid. Plays for England. He'd say that's 50 million right there.
All right, let's move on to Francis Mulls, I think it says, and he says we should buy the fullback Hysaj of Napoli to replace Aurier instead of wasting money on Max Aarons.
We were linked with him last year, weren't we?
I think he's a good player.
I think he's a good right back. I think he would probably. I'd rather him as like a backup right back than our starting right back. But I think I would happily bring him in. If you were telling me, if I was saying swap Hysaj for Aurier and then bring in another right back, I would agree with that. Yeah. If you're saying just Hysaj is our number one and replacing Aurier, I wouldn't be so keen on that.
I'm not sure. I think he's a. The thing is with this is the grass is always greener on the other side. Because when we were getting Aurier, you remember how excited we were to sign Aurier because we thought he was like some. And the PSG channel as well was like, oh yeah, he's so good.
But then how 10 penalties later, probably more than 10 penalties. 10 penalties and like 5 red cards and 3 own goals. So look, anyone who makes less mistakes than Aurier is probably an improvement.
But I'm not convinced of Max Aarons.
I think Aaron's. I'm a fan of his. I think he's young. He's 19,
not completely
20.
Convinced though.
I am. I'm convinced. Put him in a good team, he could really be good for us.
All right, let's move on to Adam Luke 95, and he says Ben Davies is a solid player, and he doesn't know why he gets so much slack.
Ben Davies is a solid player, and because the reason he gets so much slack is because he's not better than solid, which is what people want.
He's a 6 out of 10 every week.
Yeah, 6, 7 out of 10 every week. I think that's the thing. Ben Davies at his best is a 7 out of 10, and but the problem with Ben Davies is you're hardly ever getting a more than a 7. And 7 out of 10 is good for most games, but some when you got the really good teams, you need to be players who are capable of 8s and 9s and 10s, and he's just simply not really. He's not really capable of being more than solid, which is okay. And Mourinho loves those players who can just be consistently solid. But
he loves Ben Davies.
Yeah, but when you've got like teams with Andy Robertson and Chilwell and people like that, so you can see why a lot of Spurs fans just get a bit envious of those left backs because Davies,
especially when we had Rose and Walker on stage.
Exactly, and we never really improved on them.
All right, let's move on to NGvK1, and he says Dele Alli is finished at Tottenham and should look to a career in fashion.
Well, for boohoo men, yeah. I think
he's not bloody Hector Bellerin. Come
on. Disrespect on Ali. I know that I've question marked whether he's right for the Mourinho system, but to say he's finished at Tottenham, come on, man. Too much disrespect on Dele's name for this.
The guy is 24 years old. I don't think you guys understand what he's done in such a short space of time. He's been at Spurs for 5 years since he was 19 years old. and he scored 50 goals. Find me another player of his age in his position that scored that many goals.
Even in his worst season, or one of his worst seasons last season, he still got 10 goals. And he was our third top goal scorer. He was still our third top goal scorer. You're saying our third top goal scorer is finished. Come on. He's young, he's English, he's got all the potential in the world. We just need to get him back playing again.
And even this season, when it was ravaged... Is this the season you're talking about? He scored 8 Premier League goals and maybe a couple more in the Cups, 10 goals. Like, even this season, he was ravaged with injuries throughout the whole season. His hamstrings keep going.
He's still our third top goal scorer.
Exactly.
So come on, put some respect on his name.
100%. Back to our friend David Williams. He says we need to sign Troy Deeney. He is what we need.
Oh, Troy Deeney. Forget Troy Deeney. What was this Deeney? Why
so if David Williams had it his way, we would have Tyrone Mings at the back and Deeney up front.
With Josh King, right?
And Josh King on the wing.
You want us to go down. Who's he? There's a Guna wanting us to go down. Leafy, don't watch this. Don't get any things in your head. Don't think we want Deeney and Mings and these people.
We better quickly move on from this one.
Man, come on.
Last but not least for this episode, it is from... Hugh_W_Silcox, and he says Juan Foyth is our most promising defender.
Interesting. He's our most promising defender.
I would say it's Davinson Sanchez, especially with the season he's had. I think he's been much improved this season.
I think the funny thing with both of them is they both their strengths is the other person's weakness. Mm-hmm. Like Foyth's biggest strengths are his composure on the ball, his ability to not be overawed by players coming and pressing him and stuff, and be able to play out from the back. And that's Sanchez's biggest weakness. And Foyth's biggest weakness is his physicality and his ability to defend, and that's Sanchez's biggest strength. So I think Sanchez's strengths are stronger than Foyth's strengths. So I would agree with that. I think Sanchez is probably our most promising defender.
Yep. All right. That is it. That is episode 5 of the Unpopular Opinions. One more episode left in this series, episode 6, and you'll get that tomorrow. See you next time. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.